Heart of the Heartland, sponsored by Thrivent.
A Glendale couple set out for their regular morning run. Before it was over, one would be fighting for her life, the other would spring into action.
This is quite a story. In our Heart of the Heartland series, Kelly Jackson shares the story of a husband's quick response when every second counted.
We're gonna do screenings, we're gonna do CPR.
For Sydney and Andy Strife, a morning walk is something they don't take for granted. 6 years ago, a routine morning run changed their lives.
We got our shoes on, we went out for our normal morning run, and we're about 3/4 of a mile into the run, and she kind of takes this weird breath and reaches out to me. I catch her on the way down, and she starts going pale.
What he did next saved her life.
I started CPR immediately. Had to do CPR for 15 minutes before Webster Fire Department came, took over, and then we went straight to the hospital.
Sydney was just 27, healthy, active, and competing in triathlons and half marathons.
I'd had a healthy life, I had been super active. We had just kind of been going throughout our day, working, normal late 20s life, and then all of a sudden I was propelled into this whole different world.
Sydney had gone into cardiac arrest. Doctors put her in a medically induced coma. Tests revealed a heart condition she never knew she had.
She woke up, she had a breathing tube in, hooked up to all these different machines, we're in the ICU. I squeezed her hand 3 times and she squeezed back 3 times. And as we know, that's the universal sign of I love you.
That love would carry them through what came next. Sydney had 2 holes in her heart, including one about the size of a nickel. Open heart surgery followed.
This is so real of our normal morning.
Sydney and Andy were high school sweethearts. They went to college together and took an advanced EMT course, eventually becoming EMTs.
So we could just hang out for a little bit.
Okay.
Sometimes fate prepares us for moments we never see coming.
I hadn't had to do CPR that many times before, but knowing how to do it saved my wife's life.
Sydney doesn't remember that day, but it changed the direction of her life. A year later, she began working for the Ollie Hinkle Heart Foundation, where she remains today. Her story also inspired the foundation to create the Sydney Saver program, including a van in her name.
We have 2 main purposes. One is around screenings. So can we catch these heart conditions before they result in cardiac arrest? And the second being, can we teach everyone in our community how to do CPR and how to use an AED?
Once I get my certification in.
Yeah, you gotta get your card.
Yeah.
Each year, they celebrate an important date, April 8th, and the spot where it all happened.
We just take a moment, we take a picture there, and we just think about how fortunate we are that Andy stepped up, that we are just lucky to be here, that we're lucky to have our girls, and that we get to keep making memories.
Kelly Jackson, 5 on your side.
You can help the Ollie Hinkle Heart Foundation's mission to support heart families and transform pediatric care. Scan the QR code on your screen right now to donate any amount. Raising $50 can provide a care package to comfort one family whose child is recovering from open heart surgery. Donations also fund vital community CPR training and specialized music therapy through Ollie's branch.